Australian Television Network and associated stations presents The Bert Newton Show!
Hi, good afternoon to you. I thought you were a good audience. I was standing backstage there and I thought to myself, that sounds like a pretty good audience. I was backstage a little earlier today. Did you see me dance on just for a couple of... Yes. One of the boys, Marty Rose, actually. Marty Rose was singing When I'm 64, and it's got such a lovely beat, so I danced out with one of the girls from backstage. One of the boys from backstage, because there was no girl available. Are you well? Looking forward to the show? We've got some people for you to meet this afternoon. Very soon, one of the most controversial people in Australia, Professor Blaney, is going to join us to talk about the immigration debate in Australia and also, of course, the Chinese situation. We have got for you on today's program someone I know you love seeing. Jonathan Coleman is going to join us. We'll talk about how important it is for self-defence among women, and indeed lots of good music for you, including Louis George, who opens the show today. He is not only a fine soloist, he's also one of the Alana Clark dancers. He's solo today, though. The song is Playing to Win. Please welcome Louis George. Louis George and Playing to Win. OK, our first guest now at the host area. The tragic events in China in recent weeks and the associated turmoil in Hong Kong have evoked great sympathy in most Australians, but will we be so compassionate about the thousands of Asians who want to escape their uncertain futures by migrating to Australia? To discuss that, we're joined now by the man who many believe started the bitter Asian immigration debate in this country, historian and author Professor Geoffrey Blaney. Welcome to the show, Professor.
Thank you very
brilliant
much.
Musical director Ross Burton has played appropriately I Still Call Australia Home. So I guess that's a good starting point. Who should call Australia home?
Well, the people who live here firstly should call Australia home, and it's quite legitimate that we should increase our population and that we should bring from many parts of the world people who will make good Australians.
What are your thoughts about the Asians who want to be good Australians?
Well, I'm perfectly happy with Asian immigration and indeed immigration from every part of the world. The question is how many should come.
What's your problem? I mean, what do you believe we're doing wrongly here in Australia?
At the moment?
Yes.
Well, at the moment I think that we're bringing in too many people at a time of economic difficulties. There's no evidence whatsoever that our standard of living is gaining from migration on the present scale, and indeed many migrant groups, I suppose through no fault of their own, have very high levels of unemployment, and the average Australian taxpayer has to support them because they have no work. You know, if we have full employment and all the migrants who come in bring in skills and can get work, then there's a lot to be said for migration. But if they end up on social services, what's the point of it?
Professor, do you believe we should curb immigration anyway, generally in Australia?
I think that the argument's wide open. There's no clear proof that widespread immigration increases the standard of living of the country. After all, Switzerland and Sweden, Japan have no immigration and are very prosperous. I think that we face a problem that we look to be a big country in the eyes of the world, and people in China or India look at a map of Australia and see all those lakes, and they don't realise that they're dry. So we have a problem in explaining why we have only a small population, but I think we just have to publicise the fact that it's a very difficult continent to settle, and that virtually all the immigrants who've come in here in the 1980s have not gone bush. 60% of them are in Melbourne and Sydney, and all the rest are in other cities and towns, so that we're not populating the interior, are we?
Do you believe there are any Asian migrants who get to Australia by other means rather than the official channels?
Well, of course they do. Some of them come in as tourists and
stay.
And they stay. People, of course, from the British Isles do the same from America. Some of them come in as students and they don't go home. At the moment, a very large number of the Chinese students who are asking for permanent asylum in Australia are here illegally. You know, they've overstayed their visas.
There is obviously, among a lot of people in Australia, whether we like it or not, an anti-Asian feeling. But I'm old enough to remember the anti-immigrant feeling back in the 50s after the Second World War, and I can't see much difference. The difference is we have nicknames for the Asians who join us, as we had nicknames for the Italians and the Greeks who joined us in the 50s. But they assimilated pretty well, didn't they?
Yes, I don't think that there's widespread anti-Asian feeling in Australia. I think that the majority of people in Australia are happy to have migrants from every part of Asia. The question is how many?
So what's the answer? How many?
Well, it's a very difficult answer. My belief is that an immigration program to work well has to satisfy the people who already live in the country, and it also has to satisfy the people who are coming in. And if you bring in too many too quickly, there are tensions, and neither the new migrants nor the old Australians are satisfied.
How do you personally wear the mantle that some people see you as being a racist? That must be pretty hard to cope with.
Well, increasingly the word racist is used by people who themselves are probably racist by their own definition, so it doesn't greatly worry me.
What is a racist as you see one?
Well, I think a racist is somebody who believes that certain races are superior to others, and generation after generation the people of that race will be superior to other races. Now, most people don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to that. You don't subscribe to that?
No, of course not, of course not. What's your dream for Australia? What would you like to see Australia be, say, in the year 2001?
That's not far away, is it? I'd like to see us much more prosperous than we are. I think that the 1980s has been one of the least successful decades in our history. The standard of living of the average Australian has fallen. We're not competitive by world standards. I don't think there's enough sense of cohesion in the country. I think large numbers of Australians are disappointed about Australia and uncertain about its future. I'd like to see us more confident, more competitive economically in whatever we do. I think whatever we should do well, and at the moment there are a lot of things we're not doing very well, hence our balance of payments problem.
Mm-hmm. Do you see yourself as an observer or a prophet?
Well, I'm just a citizen, but increasingly people ask me, as you do, about the future. Unfortunately, I prophesied a lot of the events in China 4 or 5 years ago, and it's sad to see them happening. I couldn't see China moving steadily on the glorious path towards democracy. I could see troubles in China, pressures from Hong Kong and so forth, but it doesn't make me pleased that I've predicted many of these events.
What's the answer there, do you believe?
The answer I think the answer is to take it more calmly. I mean, China's had long periods of troubles. In the late 1960s, the number killed in the Cultural Revolution makes the present troubles in Beijing seem just like a brawl at a football match. And
Yeah, but are those sort of things relative, do you believe?
yes, they are relative. I think that we have to realise that all around the world there are troubles, and that it's only when television is allowed into a country and we actually see on our screens what the troubles are like do we realise not only what conditions are like in China, but what they're like in so many other countries in Africa. Freedom's a rare commodity, unfortunately, and this is one of the tragedies that we expected too much of China too quickly.
Yeah, but in fairness, can you equate 1 million lives with one life if you're talking about democracy?
Yes, yes, I think you have to. I think that you know, a tragedy is all the worse if 1 million people are killed rather than 3,000 people are killed. I mean, if every life is precious, then 1 million lives that are lost is infinitely worse than 3,000. I don't wish in any way to downplay what's happened in Beijing. It's terrible, but I'm just saying we need to have a perspective on events in China, and I think that you know, China is you know, in many ways is a great civilization. What's happened there is sad, but I think in 2 or 3 years' time our relations with China will be, you know, back to reasonable normality, and you will be going there as a tourist.
Mm-hmm. And what about the people who are living there?
Well, they will remain there, most of them. They will remain there and will be happy to remain there.
Under what sort of conditions? Under a democracy,
well,
do you believe?
No, I don't think China will be a democracy in our lifetime. But
is that a sad thing?
well, democracy is a freak condition in the world's history. Where, you know, strange as it may seem, Australia, a country we see with a very recent history, is one of the 6 or 7 oldest democracies in the world. And you know, only if we believe in democracy and make an effort to keep Australia a democracy will it remain a democracy. We should count ourselves lucky that we live in a democracy. We shouldn't be surprised that in many other countries democracy doesn't exist.
Professor, thank you for being on the show.
Thanks very much, Bert.
Professor Jeffrey Blaney. After this break, we talk showbiz with Patty Mostyn. Welcome back. Now the talk is showbiz. Now, showbiz expert at her special table at the Siebel Townhouse in Sydney is the lovely Patty Mostyn. Hiya, Patty.
I was in the studio with you last time. This is better here.
Yes, I can.
Drinks, fruit, I feel like Peter Allen.
They look after you, do they?
Oh, they do, they do.
Love. You've got new glasses on too, Patty.
I have, and I have something really exciting to tell you.
What's that?
Evita, the film, which you're aware of, which is being produced by the Australian Robert Stigwood, who's been so successful with Grease, Saturday Night Fever, etc. And Meryl Streep, as you also know, is playing Ava Peron. Well, the hot contender, and I would say it's 99.9% for the role of Shay, is from the group called the Fine Young Cannibals, Roland Gift, which has the #1 album and single in America at the moment. And he flew over to LA last weekend, did a demo tape, and Robert flew out, well, in fact, flies out in 35 minutes to meet with him in Los Angeles and sign him.
That's
Isn't that
terrific.
good?
That's wonderful news. Just talking about signing people for big roles, what about here in Australia, Phantom of the Opera? Who do you think will get the main lead role, the male one?
I honestly don't know. I mean, you've obviously heard that John Farnham is a very hot contender.
Right.
Who, in fact, when we were up at Mirage over the long weekend, Robert had dinner with John and Gillian. And I think that actually even was discussed over dinner. Robert, of course, has nothing to do with the production here, but he is one of the major investors in the American Phantom of the Opera production.
Patty, if John doesn't do it, or doesn't want to do it, or can't do it, or whatever, could I throw a name in?
You?
Glenn Shorrock.
Well, don't you think we should wait and see how he fares as Shay in this Evita stage show?
Oh, well, he could perhaps do both. Why not?
Is it a short Phantom?
Well, that they require... Well, that will get... Oh, you can be so witchy sometimes, can't you?
I love Glenn, I love him.
Tell us about Bill Hyman's wedding, where the old bloke married the young Sheila.
Well, I mean, that was quite extraordinary. Dealing with the press all the time, one gets used to the odd exaggeration. But they all kept saying that Elton John was invited. So when I, out of the blue, got a call from him, my first question was, what did you buy Bill and Mandy for their wedding, as if I knew them intimately? And he said, well, absolutely nothing, because I wasn't asked. So, I mean, he was, in fact, at the time of the nuptials, he was perched in downtown Saint-Tropez, which he has renamed San Trollop. And he's resting up before the American leg of the tour, and that's followed, hopefully, by dates to be confirmed here in Australia.
What other tour news do you have for us here in Australia?
Well, I think next summer looks like it's going to be enormously busy. There's Bon Jovi, I believe, in September. We've got probably the biggest band in the world coming around that time, which is U2, who could be renamed Huge 2. And obviously Paul McCartney is coming, because if I turn on one more show and see an interview with him, and I'm absolutely thrilled about that, because Linda McCartney last time gave me a wonderful spag sauce recipe when I worked with them in 1975.
It's not like quite getting a gold watch, though, is it?
No, that's the good news about Elk coming. Those red boxes will start flowing.
Yes, indeed. What about Jason Donovan? I believe that he had the tables turned on him recently.
Oh, I ran into Jason in... How do you know these things, Bert? You're so in
two things.
touch.
Number one, I've got it up there. And number two, someone dropped me a note saying, mention Jason Donovan.
Well, I ran into Jason. I think he is just so cute. I wish I was 20 years younger or my daughter was 8 years older. And...
nice way of putting it.
This was in the Golden Wing Lounge at Ansett a couple of weeks ago. And he said, I was just in London recently, Patty. Jason, yes, I said. I have seen the odd smidge of coverage in the press. And he said, well, I went to this concert, Duran Duran, and I was backstage and I met my hero in the whole world, George Michael. And he said, I was so overcome. I said to him, I know Patty Mostyn. Well, I just thought that was cute. And I really felt famous. Felt sorry for George, thinking he'd gotten away from me for a couple of years, but no.
Have you been publicist for Jason?
No. I met Jason with Kylie when we were doing the opening of Sanctuary Cove a couple of years ago, when we were looking after Whitney Houston and Sinatra. And they asked if they could come to the Whitney Houston show. And that was when I met them, and Diana, that works with me, we had supper with them. And as she's the greatest Soapy fan of all time, I mean, she's still getting over it.
Are they really a twosome, Jason and Kylie? I can ask you.
Oh, Bert, I'm not a gossip.
Yeah, yes or no, Patty? Yes or no?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Don't know, but I hope they are. They're so pretty.
If you were hanging from the rafters by your glasses and you had to give an answer, would you say yes or no?
I'd say I'd like to think they were.
You'd like to say, I wish I didn't need glasses. Patty, we'll talk to you next time with more showbiz news.
Well, between now and then, I won't see you for a month, because I've got to take my daughter over to Bermuda for a holiday.
What for? Eye tests or what?
Well, no, Robert Stigwood has asked us if we'd go over there and spend some time with him.
It's a boring life, isn't it, Patty? Boring life.
Well, it's at a bad time, actually, because 42nd Street is doing just the best business, and we're about to go into our second booking period quite shortly. And the cast album's going to be released, and I'm going to miss both those things.
Oh, well, such is life, as Ned Kelly once said.
I'll bear up.
OK, talk to you in a month's time.
Bert, I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too, Patty.
Those cards will be flowing.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
You know something, with all the people that I've worked with on television over the years, Patty is the one person that I really find very hard to time, because, and she's wonderful, because she starts when she wants to and she finishes when she wants to, which is wonderful. I bet they don't send a floor manager out with her, do they? She does. Sits there, plops herself down, 19 champagnes, and says, where's Moonface? Then off she goes. Happy trip, Patty, if you're still listening. Samantha Sang is on the show today, looking beautiful. Well, I think let's turn around for me. Yes, she looks absolutely gorgeous. Here's Samantha Sang. Lovely to have her on the show, and her dedication is to her man. Here's Samantha.
Oh, my man, I love him so. He'll never know. Oh, my life is just a spare, but I don't care. When he takes me in his arms, the world is bright. Oh, right. What's the difference if I say I'll go away, when I know I'll come back on my knees someday? For whatever my plan is, I am his forevermore. It costs me a lot, but there's one thing that I've got, it's my man. cold and wet tide, you bet. But oh, that I'll soon forget with my man. He's not much for looks, and no hero out of books. He's my man. 2 or 3 girls says he that he likes as much as me, but I love him. Oh, my man, I love him so. He'll never know all my life is just a spare, but I don't care when he takes me in his arms. The world is bright. All right. What's the difference if I say I will go away when I know I'll come back on my knees someday? For whatever my man is, I am his forever. I said
Hi. Good to see you. Isn't she just great? Samantha Sang. Lovely. I met your beautiful little boy before the show today, Mark.
The little fella.
Yes. He's a good little boy, isn't he?
Oh, he's a good little kid. He hasn't been in a television studio before,
Well,
Bert, so...
the next time perhaps you work on the show, you might like to just bring him on if that's okay and just let everyone see him.
He might get camera shy.
I also was talking to your mum, the lovely Joan Clark, who has entertained millions around the world, and she's invited me over to her place. She and Reg would like to have
Wonderful.
herself a dinner. What she likes to cook.
Oh, well, you know, she's good.
Is she
She's
okay?
better than me.
And just give a message
That's
to your
right.
dad, will you? Abbott's luck. G'day, Joe. Welcome back. I didn't realise you were back, mate. I'm sorry. No more moonlighting. This is your job. It's good to see you back. A little note here explaining why he's been away. Samantha, lovely having you on the show, and we'll see
Thanks,
you soon.
Bert.
Samantha Sang, ladies and gentlemen. After this break, we'll talk about self-defence for women. Welcome back. According to martial arts expert Bob Jones, if women could protect themselves the way they protect their young, rape statistics would soon decline. It's all part of his new self-defence system called Aerobics, and he's here to show us and tell us all about it. Please welcome Bob Jones. Aerobics?
Aerobics.
Yeah.
It's an idea we came up with over the last 5 years. We found women were coming to self-defence studios during the week to learn to protect themselves, but they'd walk into that male domain again. They'd walk into a martial arts school and there'd be 50 or 60 guys jumping around practising karate techniques. And the guy out front would be giving commands in Japanese and English, but that sort of scared them and intimidated them anyway. So we took some of the girls that stuck in the classes and put them back into their leotards, put them back out into studios now where they teach self-defence movements to music, not unlike aerobics, almost identical.
Sure.
Except the moves are more aggressive for self-defence.
So a combination of obviously karate and
So that's where
aerobics.
aerobics came from.
Yeah, certainly. Bob, just before we go into the actual details themselves, just explain to people the sort of background you've got and the sort of things you've got after your name.
I've been training in the martial arts now for 25 years, since 1965, but I'm probably better known around the world as a bodyguard to international stars. Thanks to Paul Dainty in 1973, we started touring, and now I've been around the world many times with Fleetwood Mac and Joe Cocker and David Bowie, and the list goes on and on.
Who's your
People I've
favourite?
worked with. Joe Cocker, which is...
Be a pretty wild man, wouldn't he?
Well, he's got that image in the press, but he's the most humane person I've ever worked with.
Is he really?
I have more fun with a lot of the other bands. Fleetwood Mac are a good fun band. I believe they're coming back to Australia again shortly, and I hope to be working with them when they come into the country.
And who else?
We did Frank Sinatra last
Did
month.
you really?
The
Did you
airport-
meet Frank Sinatra?
No, but we did the airport pickup that got all the controversy.
Oh, of course. What happened there?
Well, they hired 40 of us to go out to handset, and there was only one problem, there was only 10 people in the crowd, so the 40 security guards weren't looking too flash.
No. Did Mr Sinatra have anything to say about that, about the crowd?
I don't think he noticed, to be quite honest.
Because he'd done such a wonderful warm-up in years gone by, hadn't he?
Yes.
Welcoming people to the airport. OK, back to what we're supposed to be talking about here. Do you believe that women are too passive, Bob?
Yes, but there's a reason for it. It's the way they're brought up through society, so I think it's society's problem. But there's been a lot of turnaround in the last, since the suffragette movement in the beginning of this century. I think when women were allowed to vote, there was a big elevation in women's thinking. And then in '65, with the Equal Rights Bill, when women got equal pay, it also elevated their thinking that, you know, they're women and they're equal to men. So that wasn't their last century. You know, they were stuck in the houses. We brought them out in the Industrial Revolution and stuck them into factories. That elevated them a little bit. But through the suffragette movement and through the Equal Rights Bill, we find that women are now coming to the forefront. They're country leaders. We've got Ida Buttrose and people like that in this country that are really excelling now and being as forceful in business as any man. I think, you know, the man's competitor now.
Sure. And
just looking at a few women in the public eye like that just shows that this assertiveness coming out, and I think the big problem is to admit to yourself that you're not equal to man. I mean, I won't admit I'm equal to anybody else. You know, I train hard and I look after myself. So if women can take a message from that and just be more assertive.
Sure.
Just,
Let's go across to the Bob Cox Memorial spot, and we'll do this. We'll call it that because we had a gentleman on yesterday who had this amazing golf machine, which I didn't understand from the start to the finish. But I understand what you're doing. And let's introduce also to the spot the lovely Anne Will. Now, I know that you and Bob have been together before the show and you've organised all sorts of little things that you're going to do, but I now, of course, am the novice. You have to explain to me what you want me to do. I've got to attack Anne, don't I?
Yes.
Right, OK. First one from behind, I'm told?
I think if we come up from behind in a street situation, so the people at home can relate to the simplicity of these things. Yes.
Yep. What say I do it and then we'll talk about it, which I think always works in life. Do it and then we'll talk about it afterwards, OK?
And I'll give you a rating.
OK, here we go. 10 years. OK, here we go. We're walking along the street.
Right, walking.
What is it, Collins Street or Burke Street?
Burke Street, more
Burke Street.
shops.
OK, Burke Street. That's the Burke Street look, like the Collins Street look. Here we go. This is Burke Street. Oh, my God. Lovely. Well, I know, but would you like to explain to everyone now what Anne has done to me, Bob?
Before should be a bit higher.
Well, yes.
So if we start the
Okay.
initial grab where you immobilised it, you locked your fingers together.
This was the favourite part, by the way.
Yes, I liked it there.
The important issue is that she claims your hand so you can
I can't move them.
now.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And
now,
then
she can just throw the head back into your face.
Which she did, yes.
But if you're a little bit too tall, she'd drive this heel up into the groin to bring you forward.
which she
then
did.
she'd come into the face.
Right.
And of course, she could do that for half an hour backwards and forwards.
You're
You'd be
kidding.
awesome.
She won't be doing it for half an hour at all. Now I shall do the Collins Street walk naturally. OK, this is the... what do I do here? Oh, it's we're walking
For
along the street.
holding hands.
Holding hands, and all of a sudden I decide to...
Race me
Get
off.
your wrist broken.
Race her up. OK.
Oh, OK. Going to race her off.
Walking
yes.
along, and all of a sudden I do... Oh, my God. Careful, Anne. Yeah. That certainly does work. Now, explain to everyone, Bob, what Anne has done.
Well, that's a basic policeman's lock that...
Would you like to show me with your thing?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, well, police cadets are trained this in very basic self-defence courses where they come under the arm to put, drunks and things into the divisional van.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get stuck in the divisional van, you pin the arm, pull the hand down, which opens the joint, and then you turn the hand out. Now, the downward movement you don't mind too much, but just watch your reaction when I twist it out.
Oh! So you're sure when you come here and host and start on the one show, you let people come on and break your bloody wrist?
Tears to the eyes.
OK, well, what about you and Anne doing something together? Well, let's just get first about you two.
I just like to show the ladies at home that there's a right and wrong way to do everything, and particularly in self-defence.
Right.
If you do it the right way,
Yes.
it works nicely.
So look at
Whose eyes
tears
are
in my
running.
eyes, yes. Well, I'm a brave boy. I'm going to be a brave boy.
Well, use the end of
It's
this.
not hurting. I'm going to use that what do they call it? That Chinese thing. It's not hurting, it's not hurting. Right, OK. Sorry, Bob.
230. Oh no, that's another one. Well, the back of the hair here, if I grab into the hair and get a good grip of the fist. Now, once again, if she claims the hand so I can't get away and she stretches the arms out straight, perhaps if she stepped forward a little bit would help a bit. Now, all she does is throw her arm back.
Yeah.
And it breaks my arm this way.
Oh, right.
Oh, yuck. That hurt, didn't it?
Was it you or me?
No, you. I love this.
Do it, Bob and Annie. Do it.
Do it, okay.
Now, but you've got to be careful. That's the right way. If she does it the wrong way, she can wind up in trouble.
No.
What do you mean?
Well, if I grab her by the hair again, but you'll notice I'm using the opposite arm, so now it would be the wrong side for her. So when she does it this time, she winds up getting...
Oh, lucky. Thank you, Bob, and thank you, Annie. Annie Wells and Bob Jones. All the best, Bob. Thank back with you after this break. Only really hurts when I laugh. He's a big, strong boy, isn't he? The old Bob Jones. It'll be okay. Read tomorrow's papers, I'll sue him. Jonathan Coleman asked our producer, could he do possibly a sports story? And we thought, this is a terrific idea because Jonathan doesn't do all that many sports stories. And he suggested the Geebung Polo Club. What the producer didn't know, what I didn't know, the Geebung Polo Club is in actual fact a new brewery. Would you please welcome Jonathan Coleman?
Drink tomorrow belongs to Mr. Skase.
You look wonderful.
Well, I just happened to have a...
Wow, that's the first time I've seen that done.
Yes?
That is just wonderful. What's that?
It's, this is actually some home brew that we made. This is the Bert brew.
The Bert brew.
It's Bert bitter.
But, yeah,
I've heard you have days like that.
Oh, well, of course, doesn't it? Don't we all? Enjoying your last appearance on the show?
Yeah, it's quite fun.
So, where did you have this? At the Geebung
The
Polo
Geebung
Club?
Polo Club
Yes.
in Auburn Road in Hawthorne. Fine suburb. Very easy to get a cab from.
Actually, it used to be run by a dear mate of mine, Ted Rippon, who was a great Essendon footballer. So tell me about the place.
Well, as you know, I've been involved in many sides of sport.
Yes.
And you can't enjoy sport without one of these. I thought, actually, what did I do with the glasses? Did anyway?
Just pull your hat back a little bit too, because we're shading your eyes.
That's the idea. I had a very late night last night.
Did you really?
I was with the band, and boy, do those guys know how to dance.
Do they swing?
With their hands on your tuchus and their... Anyway, I thought we made...
Whereabouts did you go?
I can't really talk about that. It was a kind of a gay bar.
Yeah, but I mean, what's new?
It was...
You bought it, or what's happened?
There was me and Jeffrey Blaney, there we were.
Tell us about...
It's all right, he's got a cab, he's gone now.
Tell us about the rubbish. Tell us about the Geebung Polo Club.
Well, basically...
Don't you feel like it?
No, I do, but what we thought... I wanted you to try
You
this.
used to work for Polaco or somebody. Look at that.
This is Bert
Pour a
bitter.
real deal,
Oh, how
would
do you do it? How do you do
There
it?
you go,
Yeah,
that's how you do it. Now, that's a beer.
That's a beer.
Let me pour.
Hey, come on the blues.
Come on, the
Mighty blues.
So tell us about the Geebung, whatever it's called.
This is what you do first, though, but you go... Oh, no, I'm sorry. That is my last appearance,
What
I think.
do you do again, Jonathan?
Go, cheek.
What do you do? No, I wouldn't do it to you.
Basic-
Tell us about the Geebung Polo Club, for God's
They
sake.
make their own beer, and what I thought I'd do was actually go there and see if I could make a bit of beer for you, a bit of Bert bitter.
A bit of Bert Bitter. OK, let's have a look at him making some Bert Bitter.
Roll the
Jonathan,
tape.
That is.
Well, here we are, of course, in the brewery, named after Brian Brewery, who works for another network. But enough of his problems. What is this, Lorraine?
Okay, this is the malt, pale malt, which is the basic raw ingredient for making our beer.
And your assistant?
Warren's going to empty the bag of malt into the mill, which is the first stage of our brewing process.
The first stage of the brewing process. Good. So what happens with this?
We run it downstairs where we mix it with the water and then run it into the mash tun. And the idea behind that whole process is just to rehydrate the grain and start the enzyme. So it really is a waiting stage.
Okay. Let's have a little taste of it. What is this? Bert. Bert, like I've been working on the rail. Very sweet. Sweet Bert.
Sweet Bert.
Sweet Bert.
Is it? Yeah, it's called Sweet Bert.
Smarty pants.
We run it into a fermenter. We pitch the yeast and we leave it to ferment.
Hello. This is what we call quality control. This is quality and I'm out of control. Ah, here it is. Beautiful. Well, there you have it. Beer today, gone tomorrow. Now back to Dirk Houston in the studio. Cheers.
Beer today, gone. I don't believe it. Incidentally, I believe there's a painting of you out there at that, the Be Young... Oh, no, that's not... Oh, no, hang on a sec. People are having their lunch.
I was the floor manager. I didn't even...
That is disgraceful. There's a lovely photograph of you, I believe, out there at the thing...
No, that's my great-grandfather, Rudy.
Yes.
They used to call him Rudy Coleman because he did a couple of things. He was, you know, he was put away.
That's a wonderful accent you've got there, Jonathan. It's almost...
A little bit like Madame
almost
Clara.
Bavarian. OK.
After a couple of these, you do a number of different accents.
Oh, Bert! Sorry, let's have a real drink. OK, good help. Cheers. Good help. Here's to it. Aren't you going to blow the froth off again?
Oh, I'm going to blow the froth off? Which way do I blow?
Well, just be very careful where you blow it off.
Good health, Jonathan. my last statement. Thank you so much.
Wasting good beer, too. Isn't that disgraceful? And by the way, please don't ring. We know it's disgraceful.
Yeah.
We're back with you after this break, and thank Jonathan Coleman. Good help. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Well, it's a normal day at the ranch today, eh? Just drink a little beer, wear a little beer, break your arm, have a wonderful time on the show. I'm looking forward to hearing our next group, but I've got to ask them a question first. I think I'm going slightly crazy because the big gig on which they have been regulars right throughout the season, I thought it finished, but I tuned over last night and it was on again. So is it in rerun? It's rerun, eh?
It's magic.
Right. Like an easier question? No? OK, right. Swingin' Sidewalks, and they are terrific. They've, as I say, made regular appearances on the big gig with Wendy, and today they've got for us Hit the Road, Jack. Please make them welcome Swingin' Sidewalks.
Someday, yes, if you say so, I have to pack my things and go. That's right, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Oh, kids, don't treat me this way, 'cause I'll be back on my feet someday.
Cause understood you ain't got no money, that's just no good.
Well, I guess if you say so, I have to pack my things and go. That's right, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Yeah, Rudy's hit the road, man. Time for Mr. Newton. What you say? Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Oh, baby. Don't you come back no more. You can't mean that, girls. Don't come back no more. It's your old friend Stevie talking. Let's do it again. Come back no more. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Let's do it this time. Don't come back no more.
Good stuff. The Swingin' Sidewalks and Hit the Road, Jack. Big hit for Ray Charles, and that's their album. That is the album to look for. Swingin' Sidewalks, Swingin' on Nothing. And they're great. It's time to say goodbye to you on the show. No, it isn't. No, it's time to throw to a commercial break. Be back with you very soon. Must be the beer of the hour. See you soon. Okay, it's not time to say goodbye to you yet. We've got a couple of minutes, Peter, haven't we? Something we very seldom do, and that is a chance of going over to the audience and saying hello to them. And they've been a terrific audience today. There's a lady here who immediately has gone to convulsions. Hey, what's your name?
Tina.
Hello, Tina. Nice to see you. You well?
Yes.
What are you laughing at?
I won't say.
You won't say. What's she laughing at? You tell me.
I don't know.
Don't you? I don't know either. Join the club. Nice to see you. This is Vicky. I've met Vicky, by the way, already.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Vicky. She wants to be a star. So do I. Good luck to you, Vicky. There you go. Tomorrow on the show, we have... Who the hell are you? Stand up. Who are you?
I'm your minder, Mr. Newcomb.
Oh, that's right. And Newton, N-E-W-T-O-N, N-E-W-T-O. I've got some wonderful stars on... This is the great Bert, by the way. Some wonderful stars on the show tomorrow. I'll give their names and you tell us who they are. Barbara Orbison.
Ray's wife.
No. She Roy's wife.
Roy?
Roy's widow. Roy
What was that
Orbison's...
one with the horse? Trigger?
No, that's Roy Rogers. We speak...
Stuffed, you know. They've stuffed it.
Well, I don't feel too well myself. Anyway, tomorrow on the show, Barbara Orbison is going to be one of our special guests. Also, Hinge and Brackett. You know Hinge and Brackett?
Yeah, they're good.
They'll be on our program tomorrow. And Dr. Ang Nor.
I could see him.
Dr. Ang Nor is from the Killing Fields.
I'm feeling a bit crook.
Yeah, well, he's not a doctor of medicine. He was the driver in the Killing Fields, and also he won the Academy Award.
I love them Disney films.
Also, tomorrow is the anniversary of one of the greatest stars of all time. Yes.
The Killing Fields?
No. Judy Garland. 20 years tomorrow since Judy Garland died. We'll be singing her songs. Actually, I won't be singing the songs. But,
neither will she.
Many of our special guests on the show tomorrow will be paying tribute to Judy Garland. Thanks so much indeed, great Bert. Lovely seeing you. Just go back there and take
Thanks,
it easy.
Mr. Newcomb.
Newton, N-E-W-T-O-N. Hope you've enjoyed the show today. And with us tomorrow we do have the widow of Roy Orbison. Barbara Orbison is joining us by satellite. Also, Hinge and Brackett, those delightful English couple who at the moment are playing in Australia in The Importance of Being Earnest, and also Dr. Ang Nor from the Killing Fields. And we do pay tribute to Judy Garland, whose anniversary it is tomorrow. Thanks for the show. I'll get back to host set. Thanks for the show today, for being there watching the show today. It's been a lot of fun, broken arms and spilled beer and all that jazz. But that is what I believe television is all about, a bit of fun, especially at this time of the day. Goodbye, everybody, and see you tomorrow at the same time. And God bless you. Bye now.
Guest stay at the Hilton on the Park. This has been a Jim McKay production for the Australian Television Network.